I was watching the Jussie Smollett documentary on Netflix.
Uh,
I don't know if
Jussie Smollett.
yeah, Juicy Smollett. What was the Dave Chappelle joke? Juicy Smollett, this French guy named Juicy Smollett.
Yeah.
And honestly, dude, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt going into it. I was like, all right, it's been 6 years since this whole ordeal happened.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go in with fresh eyeballs and just give him the floor and see if he can convince me.
Mm-hmm.
Just to backtrack, again, if somehow you missed this story 6 years ago, Jussie Smollett was the guy who he was an actor on Empire, which was a TV show, I guess, a pretty big one. I never watched it, but apparently huge, big rating, beautiful, big, beautiful ratings.
Huge.
And
Vagina.
Sorry. I'm just so excited about the. Go ahead. Sorry.
One winter, he claimed to be attacked by two masked men who, I guess, according to him, wrapped a noose around his neck and claimed this is MAGA country in the middle of Chicago, and everybody showered him with praise.
No sports, no politics. Yeah.
And SNP. Everybody showered him with praise in like the entertainment industry, and they were like, "Oh, it's okay," And it turns out he was a big fake fat phony, and he was making the whole thing up. He ended up being convicted of creating a false story or a fake police report or something like that. Whole thing blew up in his face, and literally, I don't think he's acted since then.
Yeah, but wait, has he not? That's interesting.
He's done one thing. I looked at his IMDb page today. He's done one thing, and it was like an art house type of movie, and it was last year. That's the first thing he's done in those 6 years.
Wow. Well, so it happened in 2019. Okay, yeah, he's got a movie coming out in 2021 and another one in 2024. But he's director and co-writer on it. So
wait, what? It's 2025.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Wait, but you said since then he's only been in one since then.
He's got
one movie
credit. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it says that he was in 2 movies, but whatever. That doesn't matter. I saw his sister. His sister was co-host or not co-host, co-star in one of those Apple TV shows with that Taron Egerton guy.
Oh, I love that guy. Yeah.
Yeah. But so it seems like she's capitalized off of it. That's interesting though. I wonder if it's like hard for him to find work or if he just wants to find the right role.
That's a good question. I mean, he ended the documentary saying like he's ready to get back out there and rebuild his career.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it was a personal choice of him to just stay in the shadows for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Or maybe he just got blackballed or something. I don't know. Because if you remember back when the story hit, he had all of these cast members. He's working for Fox at the time for Empire. He had all these cast members and all these actors tweeting about like, how wrong it was, how unjustly he was treated. And then he kind of made them all put their foot in their mouth when it came out that he was making it all up. So this documentary is kind of like him trying to put a new spin on the whole situation. Now, I found that he only really added one new piece of information, and it was that the two brothers, I forget their last names. They were like Kenyan or something like that.
Yeah.
He claimed that they were not the ones that attacked him. The police narrative was that they definitely were the ones that attacked him, that Jussie Smollett, according to the police, paid these guys to attack him so that he could get attention and it would boost his career. This is, again, the police narrative at the time. And those guys, when the police brought them in, they chased him down for like 2 weeks. They flew back over to Kenya. The police were like kept eyes on him. And when they flew back into the States, they literally arrested them at the airport. The guys would not talk to the police for like the first 24 hours. they can only hold them for 48 hours.
Mm-hmm.
And the cops were just trying to get them to confirm what they believed, which was that Jussie Smollett hired them to fake attack him, right?
Damn.
They wouldn't
That's so
confirm it
crazy. Uh-huh.
until they searched these guys' apartment. One of them had previously been convicted of something, so he was still in probation or whatever. They found all these guns that he wasn't supposed to have, and maybe that's the leverage that the police. This is the narrative that Smollett paints now,
Mm-hmm.
all these years later. Maybe that's the leverage the police needed to get these guys to lie on Jussie Smollett and get them to flip and say, yes, we helped him. He paid us to help him. All that, yada, yada, yada. Now, these guys remain adamant years later. Jussie Smollett is lying. We've been waiting for him to come out and just admit it. He won't admit it. And they also threw in the curveball that we think it was somehow politically motivated.
Okay.
But
These two Kenyans are jacked, right? They're like big muscular dudes.
So jacked. And they were like trainers. They were one of them was the trainer for Jussie Smollett when he was still working on Empire.
Unusual for two Kenyans to be jacked. Usually they're, long distance runners, super thin.
It was kind of funny because at the spoiler alert, at the end of the documentary, I guess these guys are coming out with a book now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think one of the brothers is like a lot smarter than the other one. The other one's kind of like dumb as a box of rocks. So it's like if they were Oathman in shorts. So
shut up, dude.
So their Oathman goes, yeah, so we are coming out with a new book.
Yeah.
And then the other brother's supposed to.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I still got to figure out the layout of this new soundboard. Go ahead. My bad.
The other brother was supposed to chime in with the title of the book, and he kept fucking it up. He was like, it is the modern day. What is it again? It's modern day lynching of Jussie Smollett.
It is called Faith Restored book.com. Personally delivered by Blue Shots Lingonberry.
The police,
that's so funny.
The police, they promise me they will not go back on their word.
Do you know the title of the book?
No, I have no idea.
That's interesting that you like saw that documentary and you're like, you know what? Let me go ahead and check this shit out. Because I feel like that story would kind of annoy me. No sports, no politics, but it's a dude getting famous for lying about like creating a racist attack hoax because nobody knew who he was before that, right?
I mean, I guess people that watched Empire knew of him.
Yeah.
But I don't think he was like a household name by any means. But I mean, I didn't tell you. It took me like 4 days to build up the courage to watch it. I kept like turning it on, and I was like, I'm not ready. Turning it on. No, fuck this. I'll watch something else. Turning it on. I fell into the entertainment void of late September or whatever month this is, late August. I don't know what month this is. Early September. And I was like, all right, there's nothing else. There's literally nothing else. I got to watch it.
Yeah.
But the new piece of information was so on Jussie's behalf, they've got these two investigative reporters, these two ladies, this one British lady and this one lady from Maine.
Mm-hmm.
Both white ladies, and they're just trying to see the other side of the story that nobody else is giving the time of day here, look at it with new, fresh eyes again. And they found through FOIA requests, Freedom of Information Act requests,
Mm-hmm.
the police weren't willingly giving up the video footage that they had from across Jussie Smollett's apartment building or condo building, which showed a color image security camera, even though the attack occurred at 2 a.m. It showed a color and like full daylight image of these two guys, these persons of interest that crossed across the camera, like I guess where the attack later occurred.
Yeah.
And there was this one witness that Jussie Smollett in the documentary is propping up. He was the security guard for his building. And he says This guy spoke to the police multiple times, gave the exact same story multiple times. Jussie Smollett saying my attackers were white, and these two Kenyan guys are clearly not white. And this security guard from his building also told the police at the time, right after the incident, that he saw the attackers and they were white. But the police, according to Jussie, ignored that detail because it didn't fit the narrative that they were building. So this camera shows these two guys crossing across the camera, and it ends on this weird cliffhanger where I'm telling you, I don't. It's like a blue dress, gold dress thing. Like they show different people watching the clip, and they go, "Is this guy whose face you can clearly see, is this man white or is he black?" And it was like 50-50. Like half the people were like, "That's clearly a white man," and then the other half were like, "It's clearly a black man." It's like, dude, it's crazy.
What'd you think?
It was hard to tell. I mean, he looked black to me, but again, I don't know that that's the guy that went through with the attack. He just happened to be in the area at the time. So let's say this guy happens to walk through the area where the attack occurred 5 minutes beforehand. Fast forward 5 minutes later, this attack occurs. Does this prove the fact that that guy 5 minutes ago walked past the area of the attack? Does that prove that he was the attacker?
Gotcha.
Doesn't to me.
Interesting.
But
that's interesting.
Again, it's not my job to crack that case.
Well, yeah, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the Rachel Dolezal documentary on Netflix. I watched that, and I was 100% sure it was going to piss me off, but I actually went away from it thinking, man, you know what? I kind of get where she's coming from. I kind of understand her struggle.
Do you remember when we started the show? It was like right around the time that Rachel Dolezal's OnlyFans came out.
Oh yeah.
We were literally playing videos on IDM on YouTube.
Yeah, dude. We used to play porn until our YouTube got hit.
Of Rachel Dolezal just getting dilled out.
I mean, that was one of many OnlyFans videos that we sampled on the show.
So long story short, the other new piece of information was these white chicks submitted for the FOIA request. And they found another piece of security footage that had 10 seconds cut out of it. Right. And so they're like, wait, what happened in this 10 seconds? So they go back to the police files. They read through everything, find out that in that 10 seconds, that's when that security guard who I mentioned a few minutes ago had stepped out of the building to make his rounds around the building. And that's when he crossed paths with the alleged attackers, shined a flashlight in their face, and was able to visually confirm these are two white guys, not two black guys. Now, that 10 seconds where it would have shown him getting visual confirmation of the attackers was mysteriously deleted from the video. And the other aspect that comes into play is there's long been suspicious activity in accusations of the Chicago Police Department tampering with evidence. I don't know necessarily that's been proven in court, but they've settled a lot of lawsuits to the tune of millions and millions of dollars to former suspects and former victims, and because of allegations of police tampering with evidence. So there is an avenue there if you do want to believe Jussie Smollett was innocent and that he actually was attacked and he got a raw deal. There's certainly an avenue or a lane there to go down that road. I just don't know. I don't know whether or not I believe him. I don't, the police superintendent at the time, he was like fired a few months later for something unrelated. Convenient. He comes to the conclusion at the end that Jussie Smollett strikes him as a guy who's just a narcissist actor who refuses to accept that he got caught trying to dupe everybody. And now he continues to drudge it back up, and it's just creating unnecessary animosity. That's the conclusion that he reached. I don't know where I fit in the spectrum. I just know I still don't really, after watching this, believe Jussie Smollett, but maybe that's because the police did such a good job at the time of hammering the idea that this guy's a fraud, a huckster, a hoaxer. So I don't know. That's kind of where I line up after.
So with you, the jury is still out on whether or not Jussie Smollett did this shit on purpose or not.
I mean, I think that's the narrative he's trying to paint, but also when it comes to
I'm asking you what you think.
well, when it comes to situations like these, you always have to ask, like, what's the motive? Like, why now? Why is he putting this documentary out now? And we just looked at his IMDb. He's got like 2 to 3 credits tops since this occurred 6 years ago. To me, the motivation is obvious. He wants to relitigate the situation and go, well, was I innocent? Was I guilty? Maybe take another look and look at my narrative, which I think is fair. I mean, the police have their narrative, he has his, but I think he's just trying to get back into the good graces of the Hollywood studios, in my opinion.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, that's interesting. Maybe I'll check it out. Probably not, because I know it'll piss me off, but maybe. It's just weird how like some dudes can like clearly be lying about like Bubba Wallace, for instance, the NASCAR driver who had the quote unquote noose hanging from his garage or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
It's just weird how like it just goes away, but the person is still like way more famous than they were before, and it's just something that is not even a part of their story anymore. Well, I guess it is part of their story, but you know what I mean.
Well, remind me what happened. Was he making it up? I can't remember how that situation unfolded. He claimed to find a noose in his garage or something like that, right?
Yeah. And it was just the rope that, people use to pull down the garage door.
Oh, right. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of the thing that's hard to get past with the Smollett thing. Even going back and like looking at it again, is the rope that he claimed was a noose that for some reason he kept around his neck until the police got to his apartment, which, okay, maybe he's trying to preserve evidence, right? Give him the benefit of the doubt. It looked like dental floss. It looked like the most half-assed attempt at fashioning a noose I've ever seen. Like it was the thinnest rope, so it looked great. It's like if a little kid tried to go, that man assaulted me. Look, he put this thing around my neck, and it's like an electrical cord.
Yeah.